Good morning, 8th graders. What did you guys think about researching 0 to the 0 power? It's pretty cool. That, mathematicians don't have its true value exactly, and so, it's just one of those mysteries that, we might not figure out, or, take I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed doing that. That's always kind of cool just to see something in math that, mathematicians don't have the exact answer for. So yeah, today we're going to talk about the product rule with exponents. And so two important things we need to keep in mind here. One is that when we are using the product rule with exponents, we need to make sure that they have the same base. So as you can see on the screen, we have 4 to the 4th times 4 to the 7th, and we have x's here, we have 7s, we have a 3 and 9. So maybe initially we can't do this problem yet, but I'll show you a little trick. But yeah, so, and the second thing is that if we have the same basis, to use the product rule is what we do is we add exponents. And so I'll just write out this example. We have 4 to the 4th power, which means we take 4 times, or 4 times itself 4 times. And then we're going to take 4 to the 7th, which is 4 times 4 to the 7. It's 4 repeated 7 times by itself. 4. And so as we can see, we have 4 4s here and we have 7 4s here. And that's a very big number. But what the product rule allows us to do is we can take our base 4, since both numbers have the same base, and we can add the exponents, which would make sense because if I take this number 4 to the 4th, I'm timesing 4 times by itself, and same with this one. And so I'll have 11 4s, right? Or I'll multiply 4 by itself 11 times. So with the product rule, it allows us to add the exponents if they have the same basis. So 4 plus 7 is 11. And you guys can check this too. I don't know, I don't have the calculation on the top of my head, but if we have 4 times 4 and 4 times 7, that's really just 4 to the 11th power. We would still have, we can drop all these parentheses and we'd have 4 times 4 times 4 times 4, 11 times, which is the same as 4 to the 11th, which is 4 repeated multiplication by itself 11 times. So same thing with this. We have an x instead. So we could take x to the -5, and we can add 3, which is just -5 plus 3 is -2. And if you remember from yesterday, we said that when we had a negative exponent, we just flip it, right? So we would have 1 over x squared. Another important thing I forgot to mention is that we can only do the product rule when we're multiplying. So when we look at this, we can only do 7 squared plus, and then we can take the product rule between 7 cubed and 7 to the 4th. So 3 plus 4 is 7. And then that's as far as we can go. You guys can calculate that, but with the product rule, it has to be multiplication between the two numbers, between the bases. And also remember that we're just, with the product rule, we add. And so, yeah. we'll look at the quotient rule tomorrow, and we'll be subtracting when we have two numbers times each other that are raised to the exponents, and we'll just subtract the exponents. And so on this last problem, initially it seems like we can't really do this. But if we look at it, if we remember right, if we take 3 squared, that actually is just equal to 9. So what we actually have is we have 3 to the 9th power times by 3 squared, and we're going to take it to the 4th power as well, because we need it, since 3 squared is 9, we can just put that in parentheses, and then we're still taking it to the 4th power. And we'll learn, if you guys remember from the video yesterday about the power rule, we talked about too that we multiply these two if the exponents are being if we raise this to another power, if we raise 3 squared to another power, we just multiply them. And so what we have is we have 3 to the 9th times by 3 to the 8th. And then we can, since we have the same bases, we can use the product rule. And so we have 3, and then we're going to take 9 plus 8, which is really just 3 to the 17th power. So you guys, when you watch this video, make sure you take notes on this. We'll be working on a worksheet, and you guys will have an opportunity to go to mathgames.com and to play a game that deals with the product rule. And yeah, so if you guys can take your notes during this, you'll be turning those in at the beginning of class, and then we'll look at the worksheet together. You guys can work on that together with a partner. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see that YouTube video, it was super base. Yeah, so have a good night, guys.